Okay, we're back. And we're gonna head down into the rest of the dungeon. We'll hit up orc mines when we get a chance. Actually, we're doing really well on the resistances that are nice to have in there. So that's cool. We even have our neg, which is not something that usually happens this early. Okay. We got the slime creature confused. Okay, let's Berserk versus this troll. Maybe Trog will give me a blowgun. Let's use See Invisible so we can't be totally wrecked by that shadow. Okay. Francis can do some pretty good damage to me. In fact, Francis can one-shot me if he uses 2 iron shots on me. So that's not good. Wand of Clouds, that's good to see. Well, we're gonna use Brothers in Arms. Ha! Sorry, Francis, but you can't abjure my ogre while Trog is protecting it. I'd like to have... I would like to have vulnerability so I can confuse this dude, but I don't. Just trying to decide what I want to do here. Let's wait a turn. Okay. I see that this guy is walking towards me. Okay, that's fine. Looks like the ogre does everything for me. I just saw a large rock, so let's hang it on the staircase, since there's clearly a cyclops or something. We may have to go right back up, but we don't. Cool. I suspect, actually I know for sure that the orc mines are right there. I was gonna say I saw so many orcs. Surely it's there. But we've actually already found it. Another Wand of Clouds. That's really cool. Let's identify these. We should drop some things. Looks like we're still working on this manual of fighting. Two potions of haste, very good. Let's go down. Actually, I should have checked on orc sorcerers first. We can still be paralyzed by them. You know what? I'm gonna wear Pro Magic instead of Pro Fire. We still have RF Plus from the from the chainmail. And now I'm glad I did that, because clearly I've got a really nasty pile of things here. So let's open up with clouds. Could get a lot of damage here. Okay, Ice Blast didn't quite finish him, but this should. There we go. Pretty spicy first floor. Oh, very spicy first floor. We just got teleport trapped. I'm gonna clouds. And the reason I'm doing it so early is that I'm in a spot that I don't want to be in. So it could turn out to be very rough. Why don't we go ahead and make a brother in arms? I'll even cloud this again. Maybe we should start confusing. There we go. Take out this priest. Unfortunately, the guy gets in front of him, so we'll confuse him. We keep getting smited. We want to take out the priest as soon as possible. Penetration to the rescue. My ogre just doesn't care about all this fire at all. Okay. Even have a warlord. Wow, what an orc one. Thankfully, with the power of evocations, we have all the tools we need. To take out all these problems. And that's why you should always train some evocations. Really glad that we have penetration at this point. It makes life a lot easier against these higher level orcs. Now, first of all, we will get a tunnel between these two places so we're not trapped anymore. And now we'll go down. I guess we'll go down a different entrance. Over here. We can just tab this stuff as long as we don't get hurt. Usually you don't see Blork so late. Kind of a pushover. Now, I'm wandering this close because I want to immolate wow. This is not quite working. Whoa! Uruk? When is... Oh, that's Uruk. Uruk is here. Oh, that's not good at all. I'm gonna have to Lightning Rod again and take him out. Because I can't heal. And I don't have... Yeah, I don't have... Blink. I thought I had Blink, but I don't. This is very bad. But I think that if I... Yeah, if I use Lightning Rod, it should be okay, because it'll take out either the High Priest or Urug. Okay, let's leave. Thankfully, the Warlord doesn't seem to have a ranged weapon. Alright, that was dangerous. These immolate hijinks are just a little too much. Having a little too much fun here. I like to try to make these videos entertaining, not just purely 100% careful play, because truly optimal play I don't think is very interesting to watch. So I try to do some fun stuff, but not so much that I just die. Ettins, by the way, have really bad MR, so definitely feel free to hex them. In fact, you can hex these guys. Orc sorcerers. Very hexable. Pretty much everything in here is hexable. I want to get the poison on all these guys if possible. This one was confused first, so we'll kill him first. Alright. Let's see if we can one-shot him, and we do. Cool. Now for the Warlord. Okay, this is fine. Let's just pull this stuff back. Fine, we'll just throw rocks at him, I guess, now that he's paralyzed. Alright, let's see what's in these shops. Nothing good. Potentially good. Let's check out these gloves. Could be archery. Okay, it's not archery, but we didn't have gloves, so I'm perfectly happy to wear them. Potion's fine. And a blowgun. Put that on the list. Whoa, got the stone giant. Let's walk away from him. Okay. If you spam it enough, you will get the hex on these guys, even though it's only 28%. Very tough orc in terms of what spawned. We were able to handle it, but there were like, what, 3 warlords? Now, this blowgun helps a lot. Clearly we can't swap just yet, but we will eventually be able to. We're going to enchant up Gloves of Dexterity. Okay. Let's check out plate armor real quick, because one of these might be... Yeah, that's what I wanted. Cool. So we have RF from plate armor instead of chainmail. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and enchant that up. So we go to lair now. Actually, wait, we haven't finished dungeon, so let's do that. I'm gonna eat these chunks. Okay, I'll just keep that, I guess. Whoops. Alright, I want to go to an exit, or a downstairs that I haven't explored yet. We'll pull one of these dudes. Kill him by himself. There's no amulet that would be better than faith, so we don't really care about even identifying those things. Okay, how about some anti-magic? Oh geez. Yeah, he got some good damage on me. Let's wait for the injury mirror to be over. I'll just attack. How much damage can he do? 28 plus Great Mace. That's a good amount of damage, but that's okay. He ends up teleporting, so we'll take him out with something better than this dagger. Okay, good. Scroll blinking. Puts me back in the safe zone, now that I have that. Hard to die when you have a scroll blinking on hand. Bunch of stuff I don't need here. Wow. Close this door. I'm gonna let myself regenerate. Having a door closing competition with this dude. Okay, got my magic back. Let's confuse him. As for you, this guy we will... I don't think we can be agonied. No, we can't. Wow, there's another one. That's not a great sign. Well, I certainly don't want to fight both at once. Check this out. We'll do this. Wait for these injury mirrors to end. Penetrate. Oh, injury mirror. I'm fine with this. You know, he'll die. Wow. Maybe not. Are you kidding me with this? Guess I'll just lightning rod to finish him up. Sometimes they just don't want to get hit, you know. Why don't we train some defenses? Just a 5. Get a couple points, it doesn't hurt, you know. Okay. That finishes out that floor. Oh boy. This is the ambush. This is the ambush floor that is supposed to mimic vaults. Thankfully, we cannot be paralyzed. Of course, we want to leave because we could get LCS'd and hit by this Centaur Warrior a million times and so on and so forth. So we just leave. One of the staircases will lead me next to that stuff, the other one will not. Thankfully, this is very far away. Sticking around in the ambush is a very bad idea. Most of the time. And the stuff will wander around the level once you wake it up, so it's no problem killing it one at a time. Okay, hold up. I thought we killed it. Apparently not. That was bad. I thought the poison would have killed it. Wow, let's get the confuse on this thing. I'm using penetration. I mean, we have quite a lot of it, so it's no big deal. Just checking to see if I have any spiders or beasts yet. We do not. I'm gonna cloud this stuff, since it could end up tough and it's faster than me. I love the fact that we have several rechargings. That's really, really nice. Berserking probably wasn't the best move there, but it's fine. Remember, we do have blowguns. Or we have a blowgun and we have needles, so that's an option. Probably would work against most of this stuff. I would have liked to have gotten it enchanted up more. But the real problem is we can't swap to it just yet. We're really stuck on this dagger. So we will be using the blowgun. And all of the fun stuff that comes along with it. Just not quite yet. Alright. Let's keep going. I will cloud this stuff mainly because Rakshasas are really obnoxious. Unfortunately, we get negative energy, which normally is awesome, but in this case, doesn't do a whole lot for me. Neither does Lightning Rod when it's spread out so thin. Finally, there we go. I knew that if I got the real one, all that stuff would vanish. They're like, honestly, they're like boggarts. I'll just keep going up and down for a good engage on these guys. There we go. Dispersal. That's good to see. Actually quite useful. We'll inscribe that with don't fire. You know what? We should use this book. Just for the piety. Oh, it is a boggart. I'll take him out. Okay, I'm gonna put on See Invisible. Nice, got him. I think we're running low on penetration. No, we're not. 9. I thought I'd used up way more than that. Burn down the trees. Create a nice fire here. Making it very easy for me to kill this stuff. I will cloud these guys. Mainly because, well, ugly things are quite fast is the thing, so I think speed 12. So they can catch you. So there's no real running away from them, you know. So it's best to take them out as soon as you can. This is okay, there's just one left. Now I want to get this immolation. And I want to turn immolation scrolls on permanently. Very useful scroll to have. Okay, let's go to the swamp. Are we our poise right now? No, we're not. Wow, we're not hurting on gold at all. Let's go ahead and grab some our poise from this ring. It's just a good thing to have in that branch. A buckler, huh? Well, first of all, let's drop some of this stuff. Well, first of all, I'm going to use this scroll. That's Torment. Wow. Well, we don't need Profire. As long as we're wearing Profire. Cursed Buckler. Is it 2.4? It's probably going to be 4 skill required. Yeah. We'll train shields up. It's worth it. Now, a lack of arc hold is not so good here. On the other hand, bog bodies are very hexable, so it's not really a huge deal. Let's try to confuse. What am I doing? I'm trying to... There we go. I always used to confuse being on the U letter, so sort of was confusing me a bit. Whoa, okay, Isel. Well, we have our poise. But with that said, I don't like to take chances with Isel, so we'll use Brothers in Arms. We'll just let the Deep Troll do the work. Remember, we have Faith, so I'm really not hurting by spamming that all over the place. Should have hexed those. The Hornets. Well, Kirky is definitely here. There she is. She cannot porculate me. I'm gonna cloud her. You know what? I should confuse these guys. Oh, we got shields to 4. Kirky is dead from the fire. And we'll just continue on our way and swamp. Well, that's Blink, so we'll keep that around. What I really need to do is get rid of some of this throwing stuff. I actually wish, as much as I dislike shoals, I wish that we had gotten shoals this time, because that's always good for throwing. can mostly tab this stuff. Fully clearing every floor, because you never know what kind of good loot you're going to find. Why don't we look for that mangrove that we teleported on this floor? Okay, and let's do it smart. Confusing that. Okay, there we go. It's not so good. There we go. Once you get the confuse, it's over. That's the coolest thing about hexes. We'll finish this immediately with lightning rod. Sometimes it's better to just kill them if you can reasonably guarantee it. If they're low enough hit points, it's very, very, very unlikely that the thing will live. Thankfully, we don't care about poison because I got that Arpoise ring. Why don't we go ahead and recharge, cloud this stuff. I knew that hornets would pop out, but they're in fire, so they don't have much longer to live. Quick blade. You know, I haven't trained any short blades, but Trog sure is giving me a lot of them. Let's remove curse and see if this other buckler's any better. Okay, cool. Would have preferred a resistance, but +2 reflection is better than +0 with no ego, so I'll take it. That is one cool thing about Swamp, is you're reasonably assured to find a bunch of bucklers from the Spriggan Riders. Whoops, we want to go to Swamp 3, not Spider 3. There we go. Of course, part of my problem on this character is that I'm frail, in addition to being a, you know, being a vine stalker in the first place. Okay, we don't want to fight Donald. Donald is too tough for us. So we'll confuse that, and we're going to let my brother-in-arms handle this. I'll even make another one. Looks like Donald's going down, finally. Sweet. Donald's no pushover. Anything that can haste and might can probably make you have a bad day. Passage of Galubria, that's good to find. Will be nice when we swap to Zen. Drop some of these wands. This is the ever-present inventory management problem that happens when you're using throwing. Like, I don't need to hold on to all this stuff right now. It's just something that would be nice to have. Why don't we go ahead and drop Snakebite? We won't be swapping to it anytime soon, unless we find Brand Weapon. Let's paralyze him. I don't think he can one-shot me through my AC. There we go. That was rough. Alright, final floor. We have RF plus, this is no big deal. However, just for safety's sake, I am going to cloud. Okay, we're going to have a lot of company soon. That's going to make a lot of noise. Oh boy. I would like to go back to the staircase. It's going to be a slow journey. Alright. Much as I'd rather not waste a blink. Paralysis just didn't want to work for me there, so had to use blink. Didn't have to, but it was a way to guarantee my safety. So yeah, we got the fire end. Wow. Okay, cool. That's good, that's good. Stuff is confused, so it won't be shoving me off the staircase. Let's go ahead and recharge my clouds. I think I'm gonna go ahead and penetrate. We'll just penetrate through this stuff. Perfect. Can we confuse this? Yes, good. %46% is a pretty good one. It's just a question of, does the RNG feel like being nice to you today? No fire dragon scales. Not yet, anyway. Not that we're going to be using them. I'm happy with this plate mail. Cool, got the confuse. Okay, we've got the rune. As far as loot goes, I think we're okay here. Got an acquirement. Always good to see. Let's use that acquirement on a book. Manual of dodging, cool. We'll train dodging up until the manual's used up. Now we'll go into Spider Nest and finish that out. Rather early Ghost Moth. Of course, they can show up anywhere in here. Nice. I'm a little surprised that this isn't giving me more trouble, but give it time. It just might. I anticipated this character would have a really rough time in here. Just because of my lack of hit points. Take a step. Looks like we got some curare. Would be nice if we had the blowgun to go along with it. I mean, we have a blowgun, but we can't use it until we find brand weapon. No guarantees you'll find brand weapon, though. Okay, we will hex this guy. her MR is really bad, so I can just hex her like anything else. Let's get out of range of this Zot trap. Pulling this stuff behind this wall so we can fight less of it at the same time. Now, as far as this paralysis goes, it looks like we're just about out, so why don't we get a different hex? That's still full up. That works. This guy's alone. I'll just fight him. Whoa, okay. Got the confuse on him. Very good. Enchant up the plate armor. That is probably the armor we're going to wear for the rest of the game. Unless we find some kind of fancy artifact. You know, plate mail's good enough. And I would rather have the enchants starting now and get really good AC built up than hold out for like, oh, I want GDA. Well, what about the first half of your game, you know? GDA doesn't help you for the first half of your game because you don't have it. 9% chance to paralyze, or confuse. Let's vulnerability this dude. Well, that was easy. Usually vulnerability is the right move against something that you're not sure if you can beat or not. The thing about vulnerability is it opens up a brand new class of, a brand new option, you know, to deal with really nasty things. What am I trying to do here? There we go. Okay. 30 strength. Pretty cool. Got confused there. Scroll of blinking, definitely don't want to leave that behind. Let's, these javelins and stuff are so split up. We'll just burn that book. I'll worry about, inventory management here in a bit. Alright. 6 javelins of returning. We can stop carrying regular javelins for a little while. Why don't we go to... well... okay, we'll finish out Spider Nest 4, but I need to remember to go to D15 and pick up those, returning javelins. Okay. A little bit of a contested entranceway here, although that's unsurprising. We'll cloud all this stuff since there's so much of it. Wow, I really don't want to be paralyzed here. In fact, paralysis could very much kill me. Why don't we confuse this last one? Okay, we got the Hornet confused again. Well, it's a different Hornet, but, you know. Why don't I go ahead and confuse this thing? And this one. I'll cloud this stuff. Since there's a ghost moth here, and it's draining my mana, and I can't use wands. I can't use wands. Wait, what just happened? Oh, I'm confused. Okay, it's time for the Iron Troll to come out. Okay, let's think about this. I'm held right now. I cannot throw things. Because I'm held, I could Lightning Rod, but it's not going to kill this thing. And my Iron Troll is preoccupied doing a bunch of stuff over there. What to do? $71 hit points total. I think we're going to have to use Blink, as much as I don't want to. Lightning Rod didn't even kill this, so that was the right choice, I suppose. Okay, well, I'm going to throw. If it doesn't work on these 2 shots, I might have to haste. Okay, we took it out. Cool. Iron Troll, do your work. Nothing can beat the Raging Iron Troll. Wow. Took like no damage from those javelins. The unreliability of throwing is a little frustrating sometimes, but that's no different than melee, right? Actually, the exact same as melee, come to think of it. Are these things hated by Zen? No, they're not. I was curious if my silver would do extra damage to it. You'd think they would be, since they have mutational meat, or at least they used to. I'm not sure if they still do. Strange. Okay. Steel takes them out just fine. And we've got ourselves the rune. Still an Emperor Scorpion on this floor, I'll take it out. I suppose I'll actually use my javelins this time, since stones are not cutting it. Come on, dude. Okay, 2 runes. Throwing should be up to 20 real soon. We'll keep training it. Really good stuff. No brand weapon yet, so no blowguns yet. Although we could probably survive the abyss right now. Bear in mind we only have like 100 hit points, so not really. I would really like this frailness off. We've got enough mutation, I'm gonna risk 1. Okay, you feel robust. Your vision sharpens. Wow. Wow. Wow, what a mutation set. If I could swap to Zen right now to hold on to this mutation set, I would do it. But I can't, because I would get straight up murdered by Trograth right now. Still, quite nice. Right, so, back to dungeon. Now comes the point where we decide if we're going to do vaults or slime. Or perhaps elf. No RC plus is spawned. None whatsoever. So outside of spamming mutation to try to get it, which is just not going to happen, or relying on potions of resistance, which I would rather not do, we're not going to have RC plus. There's no R core either. So it would seem to me the really obvious thing is to go into vaults. I anticipate a rather rough time on this character, mainly because my hit points are low. The Guardian Spirit thing doesn't help me as much as people seem to think it does. And I don't have a very good coverage when it comes to resistances. With that said, we should be able to gain some experience, at least in vaults. And if I need to, I may do elf before slime and get a nice pile of loot that way, because with the power of my evocations, I should be able to handle it. We have quite a few wands lying around. And the higher level elves die pretty quick to simple things like Ice Blast. And barring that, I've still got all this stuff to throw. So we should be okay. Plus, Elf gives a ton of piety for Trogg since everything in there casts, so we can just spam Brothers in Arms to a degree, and it should be fine. With that said, we will hop into Vaults next. Probably do 1 through 4, get some experience, see where that takes me. But, until then, I am signing out.